The Persian Empire stretched farther than any kingdom on earth. Its ruler, King Ahasuerus, also known as Xerxes, searched for a new queen after Queen Vashti was removed from the palace. Among the many young women brought before the king was a humble Jewish orphan named Esther. She had been raised by her cousin Mordecai, who loved her like his own daughter. Esther kept one important secret. She did not reveal that she was Jewish. Against all expectations, the king chose Esther above everyone else. She became queen. Little did anyone know, God was already placing her exactly where she needed to be. One day, Mordecai overheard two palace guards planning to assassinate the king. Immediately, he warned Esther. Esther informed the king, giving credit to Mordecai. The conspiracy was stopped. The event was carefully written in the royal records. It seemed like a small moment, but God was preparing something much greater. Soon the king promoted Haman, one of the highest officials in the empire. Everyone bowed before him. Everyone, except Mordecai. Mordecai refused because his loyalty belonged to God alone. Haman's pride turned into burning hatred. Instead of punishing only Mordecai, he planned to destroy every Jew living in the empire. When Esther learned of Haman's decree, fear filled her heart. Entering the king's throne room without being invited meant certain death, unless the king extended his golden scepter. Mordecai sent Esther one unforgettable message. "Who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" Esther made her decision. "If I perish, I perish." Before acting, she asked all the Jews to fast for 3 days. She would trust God completely. The palace became silent. Every step Esther took toward the throne could have been her last. The king looked at her. Everyone held their breath. Then, he stretched out the golden scepter. Esther had found favor. Instead of making her request immediately, she invited the king and Haman to a royal banquet. God's perfect timing was unfolding. That night the king could not sleep. He ordered the royal records to be read. To his surprise, he discovered Mordecai had once saved his life, yet Mordecai had never been rewarded. At that exact moment, Haman entered the palace intending to ask permission to execute Mordecai. Instead, the king ordered Haman to publicly honor Mordecai throughout the city. The man filled with pride was forced to celebrate the one he hated. Only God could arrange such a reversal. During the second banquet, the king asked Esther, "What is your request?" With courage, Esther answered, "My people and I have been sold to be destroyed." The king was shocked. Who would dare do such a thing? Esther pointed directly at Haman. The adversary is this wicked Haman. The king's anger burned. Haman's evil plan collapsed instantly. Haman was removed from power. Mordecai became one of the kingdom's highest officials. The Jewish people were saved. What seemed impossible had become a miracle. Sometimes God places ordinary people in extraordinary situations. Like Esther, we may face moments that require courage. We may not know the future, but we can trust the God who already does. Perhaps He has placed you exactly where you are, for such a time as this. If this story strengthened your faith, remember to like, subscribe, and share this video so others can experience the powerful stories of the Bible.